Hello, I'm Luman, organist from Stuttgart, Germany, and I'm sending my best greetings to people in Taiwan, where I'm going to play 2 concerts in November, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Of course, an organist needs what all musicians need. So you have to be musical, that is, you have to have a natural feeling for how music develops, how a musical phrase goes. You have to breathe with the music, so that is common for all musicians. You also need to be a good human being with some kind of human experience. What you need particularly as an organist is you need a special ear, because the organ is a very big instrument which stands in big rooms very often. So you need a feeling for large acoustics. You also need to have good ears, because especially when the instrument is large, you sometimes, when you are playing, you have not a very good acoustical impression of the instrument because you are sitting too close. So what I tell my students is you have to send your ears 50 meters down in the hall, and you have to imagine how this instrument sounds from a large distance, and you have to adjust not only the choice of colors, but you also have to adjust your tempo choice, for instance, your articulation, the way you play, to the acoustic, which you can partly only imagine. I have taught for more than 40 years, so I started to teach at an age when I was at the same age as my students, and that was of course a very interesting experience. What motivates me over the years is not only to accompany them on their way of becoming good musicians, good organists, but also to accompany them in a human way. So I'm very fascinated to see how they develop, not only as musicians and as musical personalities, but also as human beings. That is for me very interesting, and I have had some very, very touching experiences of people who came with large problems and personal problems and whom I could help. And then also there is a kind of personal, selfish motivation. I'm often asked, who were your most important teachers? And when I look back at it as a pedagogue, I can say my most important teachers have been my students. Because when you deal with music with another person, no matter whether he is already a very far developed professional or whether he is still a beginner or a student, every person has a different perspective on a given piece of music. And so this kind of learning from my students and hearing their opinions, discussing the opinions, has been a great enrichment for my own professional and artistic life. To find out that there is a flange-rope organ on Taiwan, this is actually a type of organ which is very fond to my heart, because when I was a student, flange-rope was one of the firms who were the gold standard of organ building, and also the style of organ building that they did was very much en vogue then, and it was kind of my favorite style of instrument. By coincidence, just a few weeks ago I read a large article about Taiwan, and so I really can't wait to see your beautiful island, which was called the Beautiful Island many centuries ago by European travelers. And I have also learned that it is not only a fantastic landscape, nature is very beautiful in Taiwan, but also in terms of culture it is quite interesting. On the one hand, you have the big skyscrapers in Taipei, something which we don't really know so well in Europe. And on the other hand, side by side, you have old shrines, you have old buildings with a long history. So that is something I find very, very fascinating. And I'm very much looking to see a lot of you in my concerts, or before and after. Thank you. 谢谢。